Okay, we're live. Hello. I'm Andrea. This is Therese, part 2.
Hopefully not as it will be chaotic, but not in the same way that it was last time.
Not in the same way, but still chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
No one's here
It's
yet.
never a Messy Musketeers live stream if we don't have some chaos.
Literally,
We've never done a Messy Musketeers live stream.
I don't think it can be called one until we get Lisa on.
No.
One day.
The dynamic duo, waiting for the trio.
Waiting for the trio. One
But
day.
Nana Kit wants to go to bed early.
Because she has actual Nana.
I know.
Oh, she's here.
Yay!
Hello. If anybody else is here, feel free to say hi. Oh, it looks like there's a couple people here.
Woo.
So if you want to say hi in the chat, you can. One day we will make it.
I'm just so surprised I've never done a live stream 1 and 2. It hasn't been about Shadowhunters.
I know. I would have thought. Okay, well, we tried. Remember
we
that?
Did, and we got very excited at the beginning of COVID, and then we all burnt ourselves out 2 months later.
We did. That did not work. That's so funny. That's right. What have you been reading, Therese? Tell me about your reading life.
So I just finished catching up with all of the arcs that I've been behind. That's the new vlog. I did my first 24-hour vlog last weekend. And then now I'm reading Nocturna.
I've seen that book a lot.
Same, and everyone has such good things to say about it. So now I'm like,
is it like an older YA book? Or is it new?
I want to say 2019.
2019, okay, yeah.
So there's still hope that it's going to be like as amazing as everyone says, because I feel like nowadays it's really hit or miss with YA high fantasies.
Mm-hmm. I feel like 2019 is when we or whenever I really got into BookTube, and I remember hearing about that one. So, are you far in?
No, I just started it today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I finished my last arc. When was that? Yesterday? Yeah, I finished This May End Badly, and then I was like, no, I finished it. What was the day before yesterday? Wednesday? Yeah.
Yes. I'm so messed up because Monday was a holiday. So I'm like,
yeah. And then I tried reading it yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I'm not in the mood quite yet. So.
Yeah. I like how we were like, yeah, we can do one a week.
We had a whole schedule. Like I found the schedule a couple months ago, clearing out my photos, and I was like, wow, we really went. We can read like 2 or 3 Shadowhunter books a month on top of like our TBRs for everything.
The ambition.
The brain cell was like staring at us like, no.
The brain cell was like, don't do it. And then
it was a little dog in the fire going, it is fine. I'm fine.
This is fine. We're gonna make it.
Mm-hmm.
Not.
What have you been reading, Andrea?
I don't even want to tell you. I don't even want to tell the world what I'm reading because it's kind of embarrassing. It's this after.
Girl, I've read all of the after books. The funniest thing is I read the first book. I borrowed it from the library, and then I didn't feel like borrowing the rest of the series from the library, so I found it all in Wattpad and read everything.
Say that. Are they still on there?
There's all of them are still on there, still with full like using Harry and everything.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Not after it. See, my thoughts exactly. Not after. I don't know why I'm doing this. I do know why. I wanted like a trashy like young adult, and I was like, what better than this?
It's so bad that I couldn't stop reading it.
That's what I want. Like I just remember like 2012, like reading, and you just want to stay up all night because it's just like drama. Mm-hmm. So you just like keep reading, and that's like what I wanted. So
the smut wasn't terrible either, which didn't help, I don't think.
I've watched the movie.
Like, the movies are terrible.
Okay, yeah, it wasn't good. I don't like the actor for Hardin.
I don't know. I think he's a pretty actor. I just didn't picture him for Hardin.
He looks too like Linky. But this is like old Harry, because like now I like picture Harry Styles, which I also don't want to picture Harry Styles.
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah, I find that I was gonna say I prefer the books over the movies because I feel like the movies tried to make it seem not like a healthy relation, but not as toxic as it was, so it lost a lot of the meat.
And I feel like the movie, like at least the first one, just a lot of it kind of didn't make sense. So at least in the book, there's some explanation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that far in. I'm only on page like 38, so I just kind of started. I did start reading. Hold on, I want to find the author. Have you ever heard of it? It's called The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams.
No.
It looks like this. Can you see this?
Lisa, have you heard it? It sounds like a rom-com. And I feel like you're into romances recently.
I don't know if you can see it. Could you even see it?
A little bit.
It's just like, okay, so it's like about a football player. They're like adults, so it's like adult romance, contemporary. And he's like a professional football player, and she's an ex-ballet dancer.
Mm-hmm.
And so she owns her own dance studio, and they're like best friends. And we get both POVs, and they both like each other, but they both think the other person doesn't like each other.
I like that.
Wait,
I like that.
It's friends to lovers, fake dating. He's a football player. Okay, yes. Exactly.
I saw this. Sorry, I didn't interrupt you, but I saw this little tweet. This Twitter.
Yes.
This tweet that was like enemies to lovers only works in fantasy, which I agree. But then on top of that, friends to lovers only works in romances.
Okay, I actually completely agree with you because I'm not the biggest fan of friends to lovers, especially in fantasy, because it just doesn't work. But yeah,
there's too much going on. Like I feel like something's gonna happen.
And like fantasy characters, I feel like tend to be more like brazen and like they will tell you if they like you. I feel like, but I completely agree with that. But if you want to read a contemporary romance, read The Cheat Sheet, because I'm like 13 chapters in and it's so good. Lisa, read it. It's so good. It's also kind of like not cringy, but the main character is very like happy. And usually that annoys me, but she's actually so funny. Like I like her. And I'm surprised because I didn't expect to like her.
I did. I have heard of it. I have it on my want to read on.
Yeah, I've seen it. I saw it going around before, and then it was on Scribd, but I just randomly decided to start it today at work, and it was actually really good.
Okay.
I kind of want to read it. Like, I usually don't read audiobooks when I'm at home because I don't like just sit here with my earphones. I just like read a physical book.
That's fair.
But like, I want to read it.
Have you tried doing like other things when you read audiobooks? Like
I do. I'll do it if I'm like alone and like cleaning. But if Seth's here, he doesn't want to. I don't want him to just be listening to like my books if I have it out loud or on a speaker.
I want to get some audiobooks and then make my boyfriend listen to them and have them be smutty, because I just know his poor little small town California heart will just pop.
Like, one time I was like, Seth, do you want to read A Court of Silver Flames? And he was like, no. I was like, well, I'm gonna read you. There was this like TikTok dare going on. It was like, read your boyfriend this page of A Court of Silver Flames. And I was like, I would never do that. And then one day we were bored, and I was like, I'm gonna read this to you. And it was like one of like the smutty scenes with like Cassie and Nesta. And he was like, this is what you read. And I was like, sometimes.
I think it was for my anniversary, or mine and my boyfriend's anniversary. I had a couple of like smutty books on my Amazon wish list, and I didn't think like he would buy it. He bought them and didn't like look up the synopsis or what they were about. And then when I opened them, I was like, babe, do you know what these are about? And he's like, well, it's your favorite. It has Hades and Persephone. It's a retelling of Greek myths. I'm like, babe, this is literally all about sex. And he just kind of paled and was like, I bought you what now?
He's like, it's a what?
It's a what?
You're like, thank you. I got it.
Thank you.
Now.
And those were the books I read to him in that one vlog a couple months ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, I am never buying you a book without reading the synopsis again.
Like, I don't trust your wish list.
Yeah.
But I don't think. Oh, and then I read Iron Widow, and you read that.
Yes. How was it? What'd you think?
It's so good. Like, did you rate it 5 stars?
I did.
It's so good.
It was my favorite. I loved it so much.
I forgot that you read it, and I could have been like updating you while I was reading it. Like, I was just like having the best time in my own little world because I didn't even think about that you read it.
It's so hard to put it down.
Yeah. And it's kind of like has small letters, but it went by so fast. Like I was like flying through the pages.
I think I finished that book in like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Which I was in a bit of like a slump. So I was like, typically now it takes me about a week to read a book. And then I read through that and I was like, I need more.
Yes. And I didn't know when I went into it that there was going to be a book 2. And then by the end, I was like, oh my God, this is going to end like that.
So much happened.
It was just a cool like vibe though. It reminded me of like sci-fi and it reminded me of Red Rising. So obviously I loved it.
And it wasn't like weird sci-fi where you couldn't understand what anything was supposed to do.
No, it like made sense. Yes, you have to add it. You have to buy it, Lisa. It's so good. I will scream about that book for a while, I bet, because I need people to read it.
Agreed. Wait, Lisa, what are you reading?
Oh yeah, Lisa, tell us what you're reading. Or anybody else that's here if you want to say hi or tell us what you're reading. That would be great. We're gonna do reading sprints at some point.
Pinky swear.
Preferably before one of our computers glitches and we go away again.
When your computer glitched, I was just sitting here like, what do I do?
I know. Or before I leave my own live and
I know.
Therese here again.
And then Therese has to host again. What'd you think?
She is.
Oh, what did you think?
I need to know. Have you read this, Therese?
I did. I made a vlog about it. Remember, I messaged you like going, "What the fuck?"
Yes. Okay, and we talked. Yes, we had a whole conversation. I'm sorry. So many books.
So many.
Yes. Tell us what you think. Also, tell us what are you going to pick next? What are you thinking? Yeah,
like close to the.
Are you typing?
No, I'm like, Lisa, I can't see the bubbles. Tell me, are you typing?
I just started ACOTAR, and I'm loving it. I love ACOTAR, but you're brave because the beginning was like a little slow for me, but I'm glad you're loving it. The Dragon Republic. Okay, that's the Poppy War, right?
Yeah.
I want to read the Poppy War so bad.
Same. I went in the other day to my Barnes & Noble. I posted about it in the group chat. But they made it like the section for adult fantasy so much smaller. And I went up to someone and was like, hey, is like, you guys like minimize the amount of books you have? And I don't like, no, it's the same size. And I'm like, you sure? There are 50 copies of Dune, but I can't find one of R.F. Kuang's Poppy War.
There are so many copies of Dune at Barnes & Noble. I agree.
But sorry. Tangent.
Well, wait, do you have the Poppy War?
No.
Oh, were you trying to buy it though? Is that why you were like looking? Oh, what the heck?
Right.
No, I want to read it this year. So if you get it, let me know.
I'll probably go to like my my secondhand bookstore because maybe they'll have it.
You would be in luck if you found it there. That would be great. Is the Dragon Republic number 2 or number 3?
I think I have 2, right?
Yeah, I have the first 2, and that's the blue one. Yeah.
I want to, but every time I mention it on my YouTube channel, someone's always like, there's so many trigger warnings, so be careful. And I'm like, I'm afraid. Yeah.
Okay, well, it can't be worse than when we read Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter, because that was a lot.
That one was rough. Like, if we can go through that one, maybe we can.
If we can go through that one with, like, no trigger warnings when it should have had them, then we can probably get through the Poppy War. But I feel like after Iron Widow, I'm going to take a little break. That's kind of why I'm reading after, to like take a break from fantasy, and then maybe I'll pick up the Poppy War or another fantasy. But are you going to read, I was going to ask you this earlier, but I forgot, are you going to read the new version of the Atlas 6?
That was the new one.
You read the new one, like the republished one? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I've read the old edition, like the first edition.
Oh.
So I don't know like what's changed.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
That's
now
interesting. So wait, when you were talking to me about it, we both read different ones. And we both didn't realize it.
I thought you had the newer version.
No, I don't.
Lisa has a self-pub version too.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us what changed, Teresa. You don't know because you haven't read the other one.
I don't know because I haven't read the other
None
one.
of us would know what happened. What's the difference? Well, obviously the people that I shipped didn't get together because we both talked about how we wanted them
Yeah,
to be together. And they weren't.
they weren't.
So, are you gonna read the book too?
I feel like at this, I thought about it. I feel like I probably will have to because it ended so abruptly that I'm like,
Okay, the ending to me was just like more questions. Like it wasn't even an ending. I kind of.
I'm kind of hoping it gives us more like plot and like world building because the first book was just kind of like vibing.
There was no plot. Like I like that book, but I see people who like love it, and I don't get that. But I don't know. I
Yeah,
always
like
me.
it was good, but like I said in my vlog, I feel like it said a lot of things without saying a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I still don't fully understand the world.
It's
And
so it's so wordy. It's written so pretty and so beautiful, but it's just like it's a lot. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go back real quick. Chapter 21 is gonna be rough, but at least you both will be prepared for the Poppy War. So chapter 21 of the Poppy War is rough. A lot of people say this, and I'm scared, but like excited, scared.
If we buddy read it, at least we can FaceTime each other and like hug each other through the screen when we need to comfort each other about it.
We can wait till we're both at chapter 20 and then read chapter 21 at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And just be on the phone and be like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, just like crying.
Mm-hmm. And include Lisa so she can be like, "Oh, besties."
Oh, you can relive it. Like, we finally got to 21. Lisa, open your book. And yeah, I hope it has an actual plot.
Agreed.
Maybe she was like, I'm saving the plot for book 2.
Maybe. I know she's coming out with a book that doesn't relate to Atlas 6, right?
She has like a lot of books, which I didn't know.
Oh.
Like the one that's Alone with You in the Ether.
Yeah, I saw that. I think that one's getting a repub too, because that's all a lot of people will be like, I want to read it. And I'm like, okay.
I wanted the self-pub. If anybody has one, they want to sell it to me for not $100, I might buy it from you. But
she'll buy it for 2 pennies and a corn chip.
Yeah. And I'll send you a cute picture of my dog. And that's all you get. Okay, back to the Poppy War. Less than 20 pages. Took me an hour to read chapter 21 because I kept having to stop it. Ooh. I'm kind of...
Why does my brain be like, Messy Musketeers live stream reading chapter 21?
I feel like it's going to be like actually really brutal. We're both going to just actually be like, you know what? I can't even do this. Let me read this on my own. Like, alone while I do this. Oh my gosh.
Now I'm actually afraid.
I know. Now I'm more like, should I read it? I'm still going to read it one day.
What this is telling me is I at least need to be going back to a therapist when I read chapter 21. Yeah. So when I get health insurance again in like another month.
Let me make sure I'm in the right headspace and then I'll read it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to do a sprint?
Yeah. Wait, what are you're reading after? Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay. We all need a trashy romance.
I feel like we've all been there.
I read 50 Shades.
I also I didn't read 50 Shades, but I went to see it in the theaters with my mom, which is yeah. I don't know why we did that, but we did that.
That's an experience.
It was. I'm like, can we just see like Marvel movies together from one? It'd be great. Okay, do you want to do a 10-minute, 15-minute?
I think 10's been good so far. What do you think?
Yeah, that'll be good. Should I do the timer? Should I go through this whole thing and do the timer?
Yes, go through. Use the timer.
Let me do it. I didn't even like set it up this time. Okay. Y'all want to tell us what y'all are reading? We'll do a 10-minute sprint now.
Or what your thoughts are on your current read?
Yes, yes. I think I learned how to stop the beeping.
Oh, how?
I can mute that screen I'm sharing,
Oh.
and I just haven't done that this whole time. I just didn't.
The more you know.
Yeah. I was just reading my book. Usually I'll put myself on mute and then like put on Apple Music.
Mm-hmm.
And earlier in the car on the way home from dinner, I was listening to Getaway Car by Taylor Swift. And it's just like on random play, like whatever it wants. So then it played Baby by Justin Bieber, which I wasn't expecting. And then it played Story of My Life by One Direction. While I'm reading after, and I was like, okay, it's not the ambience I wanted, but
Not at all.
great. Oh yeah, I was having the best time in the car on the way home. It was a great concert for me. How was your reading spent?
Well, I had to use the bathroom, as you know.
Go?
Huh?
Did you go?
Yeah.
I totally missed you getting up and going then.
Ninja. And then I found out that I apparently I forgot that I dropped my book right before the stream. So I'm farther along than I thought.
Oh.
Yeah. I was reading and I was like, this is really familiar.
You're like, wow, this sounds repetitive.
Huh. Yeah. But so far it's really good. I just hate that they have like this it's for sure slang within the book and maybe even within like Spanish, I don't know. But they keep saying like maldito blank. So like if I could find the maldito passages and it's like every other like paragraph the word's mentioned, I'm like, I really don't like the word maldito anymore.
Mm-hmm. I kind of like when books do that though, like have their own little like slang.
I do too, but it's just like when it's mentioned like at least like once every page or once a page, I'm just like,
they really want you to know that this is what they say.
Exactly. This is a curse.
Mm-hmm.
They're replacing the F word in the most overdone way possible.
That's really what it is.
Yeah. But how are you liking After?
It's good. Hardin just pops up everywhere, just literally everywhere, no matter what. But I don't know. It's good. It's like mindless. It's like mindless reality TV, except I'm reading a book. So
it's a good way to put it. Like, you know, just all the drama from the TV or the book, and you don't have to be a part of it.
Yeah, and you don't have to really think. You're just like, okay. But I don't know. I was thinking what I want to read after I read this, and I don't know.
Focus on finishing the book you're reading now.
Good idea. Good idea. That is what I should do. For sure. What's everybody else reading?
How are all of y'all's books?
Oh, so your cat's not gonna be in this live
today? No.
I only said that because my dog is literally like sleeping and like taking up all the area where my feet were supposed to go, so I couldn't do that.
And I'm dog sitting my parents' dog, so she's at my apartment right now. So it's literally, I don't even have a dog to keep me company. Like I've heard the fly that snuck in through the vent, like buzzing at the door, and that's the only like company I've had all night.
So your family's not there?
My parents went to Vegas for a family gathering, I guess, and my sister's in Yosemite right now, or going to Yosemite.
Oh, I'm so sad I didn't get to go to Vegas.
Yeah.
One day.
You were like, you asked me for like places to go, and I was like, I got you. And then like you didn't go, and I was like, I didn't get you.
I was like, thanks, but never mind. Not needed.
All that tippy taps.
You wasted all of that for nothing. But it's okay. I was thinking because you know, like everybody's been at YALC. What does that stand for? You know,
isn't it young adult something?
Good guess. It probably is.
Probably. No one's told me. They've always just been, it's YALC season. I'm like, yay.
Is it like something London something?
Oh, Lisa said. Lisa has a brain cell.
Literature convention. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Because what is the one here was what? The one in
YALC Fest.
No, wasn't there something else in New York that used to have? What is
I
it?
thought it was- Isn't it y'all? Because I know there's
BookCon.
BookCon.
There you go. The brain cell with Lisa.
She has the brain cell tonight.
She knows everything. Yes, BookCon. Are they gonna bring that back? I feel like they're not. I feel like we're never gonna get to experience that because
I don't know. I haven't heard a single thing about it because it's normally around like what this time, right? Or no?
Yeah,
it's really
and-
spring.
I think either way it passed, but it's been like years and they haven't.
Since the Rona.
That's kind of sucks. I feel like we all could have met.
I feel like Lisa, you have the brain cell more often than you probably think.
I think I never have it. I really want them to bring it back because that would be so fun. And I never got to go to like a big book convention like that.
Same.
Now I'm an adult and like I can go, and we don't have one.
My thing was always just like I didn't have any friends to go with. Because when I started, it was like 2017. I suck at making internet friends. So, and then now I have friends, but it's never come back. So,
yeah, it's like one or the other. Great.
I gotta lose all my friends. Y'all gotta go now.
Bye. How you go?
So we can get BookCon back. Y'all gotta go.
Yeah. Sorry, gotta pick one. Have you seen those TikToks where it's like you get to have dinner with blah blah blah, but your best friend's dead? And then it's like somebody eating dinner. Have you seen those TikToks or no?
I think so. I've also seen the ones where it's like you get to marry one fictional character, but divorce isn't an option.
Oh, that's interesting. Why would you want to divorce them?
That's very true.
Like, if I got to marry Jem, divorce you're right, it would not be an option. We would not.
I mean, you would have to when he becomes a brother.
No, that won't happen. I'll meet him after. He's not a silent brother anymore.
But by then he's with Ted. They're just brothers.
We're just I noticed that after I said what I said. I was like, wait.
Clearly Lisa has the brain cell. It did not go to one of us tonight.
Oh my god. They should sponsor us. They should have it only for our group chat to go. That's it. We're the main.
Yes.
We get our own.
With the Cassie Claire meetup.
Just us and Cassie.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah.
That's all we need.
And we only have to pay $3 each to get in.
And
they provide us a hotel. Yes.
Exactly. And food. And food is good food.
Food. A little bit of alcohol. Great. Yes. Good idea. Good idea. BookCon, get on it.
I miss the group chat live shows, but we haven't had a book that we've all been like, yes.
It'll come back whenever it's October and we do our.
And then again in January or February.
That's our peak book chat activity time.
It is
of the year. I think the last time I posted was like 2 weeks ago, but I don't know why. I just haven't been knowing what to film lately.
I get that. I have like a laundry list of like, sorry, you're like balancing on like the little armrest.
I'm gonna
my laptop will fall. There is a chance my laptop will fall at some point.
No, as long as it doesn't break.
Yeah, I have a laundry list of video ideas, and I keep looking at it. I'm like, no, that one.
I have some that like require time and or like themed vlogs that would require me to read like 3 books, and then I'm just like, oh, it's gonna take so long. And I don't know.
I have those ideas too, but then I go to my Barnes and Noble and there's like 60 copies of Dune, 1 copy of A Court of Thorns and Roses, and 1 copy of The Witcher, and I'm like, well now I have to pay for shipping.
You know what? I should have, even though it's not on your wish list for your birthday, I should have just got you Red Rising anyway. Imagine if you would have opened that. You would have been like, Andrea, this is not what I asked for.
Oh yeah, I would have known. I would have been like, ooh, yep, this is an Andrew book.
Immediately, you would have been like, okay.
Lisa, you've been really good about like doing a bunch of themed vlogs recently. Sit down.
Yeah.
You've really been monopolizing the brain cell here.
You're an inspiration to me because I aspire to do like one themed vlog this year, and I feel like you do them so good. Like are they 5-star predictions or
Yeah.
or no, and then your secret ones, your secret TBR ones too. Yeah.
She's been monopolizing the brain cell this year, clearly. You need to ship it to one of us now. It's the sisterhood of the traveling brain cell here.
I've been liking this. Did you, Therese, you did the mid-year freak out tag?
Yes. I uploaded it last week.
We all three did it. I've seen everybody doing it too. Like I think TB did it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us did it. I like how that's like the one tag that like everyone on BookTube does.
It's transcended the trend of tags.
It's just like the one. Not everyone does, which is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you. Hold on,
I have an answer for you.
I don't remember if I did talk. I mentioned this one last time we were on live, but have you read this?
I've seen you mention it so many times on your channel recently that I need to read it. Let me just add it to like.
So I thought it was really good, but I have
what is it called again?
All of Us Villains.
Okay.
Have you read Amanda Foody, Ace Shades by her?
I want to really badly. Like it's been on my radar since I started BookTube, but I like all things I keep forgetting.
Yeah, that I have that one, but I haven't read it. But that one's been there for like since 2019. But I got the arc for All of Us Villains book 2, and it's a duology. So I've also been reading that like on my phone. But I wish they would have sent me a physical arc, but it's okay. I just don't like reading on my phone too much because I don't ever like do that.
Do you have like an iPad or a Kindle?
I have an iPad, but it's kind of broken. But can you do like the NetGalley app on other devices? Like,
yeah, I have the NetGalley shelf.
On more than one device, though?
Oh, I only have it on my phone right now.
Okay, that's what I wasn't sure. If I put it on another device, they're going to be like, you're sharing it, you can't do that.
But maybe it should be under the same account, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might try to do that because it's like very small on my phone, but that series is really good, and I like the sequel too. And I was really excited to get that arc. So this was the highlight of my month. Last month.
I finally caught up on my arcs, so I can start requesting arcs again.
Oh, you're gonna allow yourself to request some more.
Mm-hmm. Especially since one of them was such a monumental disappointment.
That's like the worst. Because I don't want to read an arc that I don't like, and then I have to review it, and then I don't like it.
I'm doing a rant review because I'm mean, apparently.
Yeah. Did you ever read Book of Night by Holly Black?
Not. I've seen so many mixed things about it. I also still haven't finished the Cruel Prince trilogy. Beside the point. So I'm just really hesitant to pick up Book at Night.
I didn't know you haven't read all of the Cruel Prince. Do you not like it?
No, I enjoy it. The issue is that Queen of Nothing came out like right before COVID, and then now all that there's option, like they don't have the hardcover anymore.
What?
Yeah, my Barnes & Noble doesn't have the hardcover. It's only the paperback, and the paperback is like if this was the paperback, the hardcover is like this tall.
Yeah,
they're not even the same size.
Your Barnes & Noble needs to get it together.
It really does.
What are they doing?
I don't know. So I'm just gonna order off of Amazon, or like again go to like my secondhand bookstore and pray it's there.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least you like it.
Mm-hmm. It took a minute. I had to reread The Cruel Prince like twice before I moved on to
The Wicked King.
yes.
I'm surprised that you didn't. How you haven't got spoiled for Queen of Nothing.
All I know is there's a giant snake
On the cover.
Yeah. That's all I know.
No comment. Yeah, we need to go riot outside Barnes and Noble.
Like I can draw you guys like how the Barnes and Noble used to look a couple months ago and how it looks now, and it's criminal.
I love how they were also trying to gaslight you, be like, no, it's bigger, like, or like this is how it's been, and you're like, it's not.
No, I spent summers in this Barnes and Noble when you guys redid it for COVID. I know how many shelves there were for each for the high fantasy section, how tall it was. Now I can see over the shelves.
I could work here. You don't get it.
Yeah. You should pay me.
No more Dune. Hardcover Queen of Nothing. More fantasy.
Mm-hmm. They also didn't have You've Reached Sam for the longest time. They still don't. And on the Barnes & Noble website, it still says that they have one in stock because it's their buffer stock. And I'm like, stop lying to me.
I love that book, which is really funny that you just said that book because I watched Lisa's video today and she mentioned how that was like her biggest disappointment from the year. And I was like, no.
She said that and I sat there and was like, that means I'm going to fall in the middle. I'm going to fall in the middle because it's always happened. Like it happened with Mexican Gothic where TB liked it and everyone was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And now Lisa's no. And you're like, I love it. And I'm like, I'm going to give it a 3. And I just got it for my birthday.
That's so interesting. I have to know what you're going to think. To be fair, though, most people like are the same as Lisa and don't like it as much as I do. But I don't know why I'm so obsessed with it. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, love you. Sometimes I watch your videos and like I question your taste sometimes. I'm like, you did what?
I question
what?
I question my own taste. It doesn't and there's no like it doesn't make sense. Like it's
no.
My taste does not like stay the same. It's just like random. Like I don't know. I feel like a lot of it is my mood too. But You've Reached Sam, I listened to it. I never actually physically read it. And the audio book is really good.
Okay.
Like, I really liked it. I feel like a lot of people like it, though. I saw so many people crying over it, and I was starting to stop. I cried because I heard them in my head, and I was like, yeah, very surprised.
Yeah, because Lisa will cry. You cry you cry like me. You cry at everything.
I would have thought that Lisa would have shed a tear. At least.
Mm-hmm. Or like teared up, felt like some pull to cry.
Yeah. That makes me so sad. But I've seen, like, I feel like everybody I've seen hasn't liked it that much. So I'm accepting it that my taste is just weird.
It's just, it's not even like consistent. Cause like you would think that like sometimes you'll like, it's just because of a certain trope or like a certain part of the genre, but no, because you'll go to a different book and you'll absolutely adore it for the same reasons you didn't like this book. And I'm like, Andrea.
No, it's so true. Like, it doesn't make sense.
No.
Like, that's how I am right now with, like, Emily Henry. I didn't like People We Meet on Vacation. But, like, she kind of writes the same genre as Colleen Hoover, but then there's some Colleen Hoover that I love. But
as like weird as it sounds, there are some like romance authors where like you can't buy their entire collection. It has to be like just some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like Ugly Love, It Ends With Us.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yes.
Let it be treated.
I'm scared, Lisa, because I don't want to
synopsis, Lisa.
I feel like I know what it's about. No, I don't. But hold on, I'm lying. But I started to read Book Lovers, and I had a DNF. So I'm scared to try Beach Read. But I still want to read Book Lovers. I just read the prologue, so I'm gonna try to keep on reading. But if I like book lovers, I will read Beach Read. But I also feel like Beach Read was her first, or like, is it her first book? And it was like the best one, maybe. I don't know. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, have you read like Reminders of Him? Like
Not yet, no. I almost bought it when I went to Barnes and Noble, but I was like, I don't know. I have Andrew's the only one who said something about this book, and
I don't trust that girl.
I don't know if I can trust it 100%.
That's fair. It was just like sad. But I also read Regretting You by her, which is also sad. I feel like I just like her ones that are sad and they don't focus on the romance.
That's fair. I bought Verity by her, so
Yeah, I need to read Verity too. I actually gave it to my mom. She went on vacation in Mexico and I gave it to her to read. So I'm gonna ask her how she likes it.
okay, that's
Okay.
one more.
Casey has taste. There's 2 people. Is that enough? It's so good. It's a good sit down in one sitting book.
Okay. I feel like that's most of her books. Like I feel like if you don't sit down in one sitting and read it, you're more likely to give it like less than a 5.
Yep, that makes sense. That's a good like factor. Do you want to do another sprite?
Yeah.
Okay. Here. I have the timer ready. Sorry. I'm back. computer is like really loud. Like, you know, whenever they get like overheated, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
or they're just, I don't know. The fan is like, it's like working really hard. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's literally on the charger.
Maybe that's why. I'm about to have to charge mine.
I'll unplug it. We'll see. I was uploading a video earlier, and then I left to go eat dinner, and I leave like my screen on where it won't turn off,
Mm-hmm.
so that the video will upload. And then I got back, and it was still said 1%. I was like, okay. Well,
I feel like YouTube Studio is really weird. If you try uploading videos later at night, it takes forever to upload and process.
I would think it would be like the opposite, you know, like it would be faster. So I had to like cancel that, and I'm gonna have to try it again because it did not work out.
And here I'm charging. Hold on.
Oh, great! I just unplugged mine, and you're gonna plug yours in. I just got to the Truth or Dare scene. I feel like it's a very classic scene.
Oh, so how far are you in the Truth or Dare scene?
Like they already dared Hardin to kiss Tessa, and she was like, "No, I have a boyfriend."
Okay. Did it get to the point where they were like, "Are you a virgin?"
Yeah, that was like before.
Okay.
They're so mean to her. And then she was like, "No, I have a boyfriend." And then the other girl, Molly, was like, "Who cares? Just do it. Just kiss him." These people, I feel like college students, I don't know, maybe they would do that, but I feel like they wouldn't.
I don't know. When I think I don't know if it's like just a different time, but like when I was in college, we for sure did not do any of that.
Yeah, and like people would, I think, would like respect if somebody had a boyfriend or girlfriend.
They sometimes read more like high school students, which was funny to me because it was a 30-year-old woman writing after.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like they kind of talk and like feel like high school. But they're college. I don't know. That could have been a scene from like a high school party, not a college frat party. I mean, I've never been to a college frat party, but I don't actually think they play Truth or Dare.
From what I heard, they don't.
Yeah. It was a different time. And when did this come out? 2012? 13? I have no idea. I think. Well, whenever the actual Wattpad story came out.
I don't know that one. I think it was. It sounds really weird, but I think it was like a little bit around the Take Me Home tour when Harry was getting a little bit more edgy with his look.
See, I wasn't a One Directioner, so I don't know any of like that. Like, I never actually liked One Direction. I couldn't even name all of them. It's weird. I like Harry now, but I'm only like a Harry Styles fan. Like I never even listened to One Direction. I think I was just a 5 Seconds of Summer girly, but not a One Direction girly. I'm sorry. Stop doing that. Okay, the facts. Here are the facts.
Yeah, so I think it came out around that time, and then it got published, I think, around the time I was in college, so 2014-ish.
Interesting.
Yeah, because in the book, or like the original Wattpad story when I read it a couple of years ago, how she describes Harry was very much like Take Me Home Harry.
Yeah, because like the way she describes him, it's like not Harry that I know. So I'm like, I can separate it, and I can almost just read it like it's just its own thing. I think it's funny how she changed like the names, but they just start with the first letter.
Right. It's not even the first letter. It's literally the first like 3 letters. Harry, Hardin.
Yeah, but like it's like Zed and Nate or something like that. And Landon, I don't know if that's supposed to be Liam. I don't know.
Yeah, Landon's Liam.
And is that it?
There was I forget who Louis was supposed to be.
Oh, so there's like another L or something.
Yeah.
It's really funny, kind of.
It's rough. It's so rough.
Didn't expect to choose that, but you know what? My mind is just like, you're gonna read this, then this. You're gonna like this, but you're not gonna like this, even though it's like the same thing you just read.
I've definitely become more of a mood reader as like the years have progressed, and now I can't even keep to a TBR. So I'm like, this is fun.
I don't think I've actually made a TBR like all year, and I haven't even done like any readathons to like have prompts. I haven't done that, and I kind of miss that.
I like still make a TBR like books like I would like to read during the month, but like I don't really stick to it as much as I used to, where I would like write down the 5 or 6 books I was gonna read. I'm gonna read all 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I do like plan like maybe like 2 books in advance, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like not a full on TBR anymore.
Great time.
But it's also because I've been doing like a lot of audiobooks, so I just like I'm at the mercy of Scribd. Like whatever they have is all I can read. So
That's true.
I thought Iron Widow was on there, but then I wanted to read that one like just physical. I think I started like marking the bottom of the pages because there's a lot of quotes in there that I really liked, and I can't do that on audiobooks. So
my contacts were drying out, and I didn't bring glasses.
you forgot your ring light and your glasses.
I know. My brain really went, you're not in a good mood, so you have to suffer.
Forget everything you need.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna ask you, have you seen Minions?
Not the newest one.
Are you gonna?
I'm tempted. Like, as weird and annoying they are, I actually kind of enjoy the Minions.
Yeah,
So it's like a mindless movie.
I think they're funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go see it tomorrow. It's that or Thor, but I kind of want to see Minions a little bit more. I don't know why.
Thor's gonna be packed for a while, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as much as I like having like the first week of reactions of like everyone like gasping and everything in the movie theater, I also like just like focusing on the movie.
Yeah, and then everybody's like eating snacks. And, like, it takes me out.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't have to be silent, but like it's a lot sometimes.
And like I guess nowadays people forgot the courtesy of like turning your phone off and not using it, or turning the brightness down, or like sticking it in like your shirt or something. It's a text.
Because yeah, now a lot of people just text. They're like,
yeah, and I'm sitting here like, I will hurt you.
I will rip the phone from your hand.
I almost did. I think I was like watching. It was either like Spider-Man: No Way Home or Multiverse of Madness, and someone like a few rows down had their like phone like the brightness all the way up and was like Snapchatting. And I was sitting there. I was like, "Don't be that asshole, Therese. Don't go down there and just rip it out of their hands." But I was like,
I don't know why it's distracting. Like it's distracting.
And if you're gonna spend the entire movie Snapchatting people, why did you pay like the overpriced money to be here? Go home.
Wait till it's on Disney Plus.
Exactly. Look for it on Redbox. I don't care.
Get out of here.
Shoot.
I also want to see Elvis, the Elvis movie. I don't know why, but I kind of want to see it. I'm not like a huge Austin Butler fan, but it looks kind of good. Like the previews look kind of good.
It looks really interesting, and I've been into like the biopic kind of genre that's been popping up in the past few years. So I'm like, I'm interested.
Yeah.
Especially since Elvis is so like controversial. I want to see how they're gonna like explain that side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Lisa, why would you go to the movies and pay? And they had like a huge thing of popcorn. So I'm like, so you spend and it's gonna sound really bad because I know the exact price of a drink, popcorn, and movie together. So you have spent roughly about $12.76 to go to a movie that you're not watching.
I feel like that's like at the movie theater I go to, the ticket is like $10. The popcorn is like $10. And
I
a drink
use my student discount still, so
Oh.
it's like $5 whenever I go.
that's I use the app, but it is very pricey. Like you're
Yeah, so
here.
yeah, so if you use your student discount, for me it's about $12 for
If you're me.
for a ticket, a beer, and a large popcorn. And you're not paying attention to the movie.
Yeah. You're done. You gotta go.
Mhm.
But I will see. Hopefully nobody is gonna be annoying tomorrow at Minions, but there will be children there, so it's gonna not like I'm the one supposed to be there without a child. So you know what? I can't blame the kids, but
At least you're not the adult bringing a kid to rated R movie.
that's true.
I remember someone brought like a 2-year-old to see Deadpool, and I'm pretty sure that child learned the word fuck the first time in that theater.
I haven't actually seen like the full Deadpool movies, but my 12-year-old, 13-year-old now brother watched them, and they would just be on in the living room, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's not meant for little children. Like I remember I watched it with my sister because she's only a few years younger than me, and we both heard the little kids say it, and we looked at each other and we're like, oh no.
yeah. I think we watched it too, and there was like little kids. I mean, I guess that one's not as bad, but even like whenever I see parents take little kids into like rated R scary movies, I'm like, your kid's gonna have nightmares.
Someone did bring a little like probably like a 1-year-old to the first It, and like that one scene with the projector happened, and that kid was crying, like bawling, like this poor little like 2-inch lungs out. And I was like, that child's gonna have a fear of projectors and clowns and not understand why for the rest of its life.
They just made a core memory of horror.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're traumatized.
Yeah, they'll never understand why the sound of a projector running terrifies them, or why a garage door is suddenly scary. But it's gonna be there for the rest of their life.
Subconsciously.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. The It movies are kind of creepy. Like they're really creepy.
Mm-hmm. They will never be able to enter another garage for the rest of their life.
You have a bunch of irrational fears now.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen or like the previews for The Black Phone, I think is what it's called?
Yes, I'm gonna see that. I think next Tuesday.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
I want to know how it is. That one, the previews really look scary. They went all out, and they had like the number you could call. Did not do that. Absolutely not.
I'm not gonna do that.
Apparently, you like called it, and then it like sent you stuff. Like, yeah, or like it would like call you back or something like that. Like you're like signing up for that, and then like
Nope.
whenever it came out, the day it came out is when it like sent you something. So I was like, not gonna do that.
No. Okay.
It's not for me.
I'm excited but also hesitant because it's a Blumhouse movie, and I feel like Blumhouse horror movies are either really good or you just spend the entire like 2-3 hours laughing because it's so bad.
They're like little, like whenever it says Blumhouse, it's like the girl walking upside down, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like a house or something.
Mm-hmm.
What else have they done? Did they do the Paranormal Activity?
No, they did if you've seen Joey King's like Wish Upon, they did that one, which was really bad.
I don't think I've seen that. I don't really like that actor.
That's fair.
Actress, sorry.
Let's see. Blumhouse movies.
And yes, it was terrifying, Lisa. It's scary. I think they did
The Purge.
Oh, The Purge. Okay, yeah.
They did Get Out. Oh, they did do the paranormal movies.
Oh, they did? Wow. I'm just a horror movie genius.
Yeah. They did Sinister, Split, the Fantasy Island movie, the Truth or Dare movie.
Split wasn't actually scary.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like I've seen a lot of these, and like some of them are like really good, and then some of them are just like spent most of the movie like just giggling.
Mm-hmm.
So this could either be really good or giggle.
It looked pretty scary, but like whenever they actually showed the scary face, like if the more you look at it, the less scary it is. So so it kind of looks like it'd be okay.
Yes, I will let you know when I go see it next week.
Please do. I really want to know. I wanted to watch, I don't know what it was. I was looking at the horror movies on Netflix, which I feel like they don't have that good of a selection.
It's
I don't
very
know.
hit or miss.
Yeah, and like I feel like a lot of them are like not good. So
Wait, which one are you looking at though?
I can't remember. There was like one that I really wanted to watch, but then I was like kind of freaking myself out. I also saw one that was like a thriller, and it had Lucy Hale in it, and I think she like gets lost, and like this girl is telling her where to go, and I think she like tells her the wrong way, and then she gets like captured or something and has to like try to escape.
Oh.
What was it called? I'm gonna look it up because I want to know how it is. And I got outvoted that day. Like I really wanted to watch that one, and my friends were like, "No, doesn't sound interesting." I was like, okay.
Because the only two horror movies I know she's in is Fantasy Island, not that great, and then Truth or Dare, which is also not that great.
Maybe it was this one called Borrego?
Oh, okay.
I think that is it.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, she's like kidnapped or something.
Okay.
This was random. I don't know how we got here to this topic.
Do you watch any A24 horror movies?
What is it?
A24.
Is that like a?
Yes, the production like Midsummer, Hereditary.
I think I've seen Hereditary. Yeah, I haven't actually watched a scary movie in a while though.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. So I was gonna ask if you've seen the new one they just dropped, X.
Mm-mm. Do you like watching scary movies?
I do. My friends and my boyfriend have learned recently that the more like sad I get, the more horror movies I watch.
I don't know if that's a good correlation.
I don't know either. They were like, "You've been watching a lot of horror movies recently." I'm like, "Yeah. You want to watch this one?"
Yeah, let's watch
That's
this tonight.
Yeah, they're like, "Teresa, such a third one today." Okay.
Okay, let's make it 4. I the other day I did watch a top 10 countdown list of the best jigsaw like traps or whatever, and I was just like laying there, and it was like 12 o'clock, and I was watching that, and then my husband was like, "Are you okay? Like, why are you just watching this at 12 o'clock? Like, we're about to go to sleep." And I was like, I don't know. My brain was just like, you know what? I should look up. Yeah. So.
I mean, sometimes you gotta.
Yeah. It was a good time. I'm not gonna lie. It was scary, but it was a good time. I've actually never read any horror books though. Now that I think about it, I've never read a horror book.
I've only read Stephen King. I feel like when it comes to like books, I gravitate toward thriller more.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing.
I know, I saw that. I never have to look up scary.
Lisa's like, nope.
Nope,
gotta.
Y'all are no spooks for me. But you host a spooky readathon. Lisa, you co-host it with us.
That's so funny. I can't wait for Halloween. Like, it's about to be August. It's time for fall. I'm gonna decorate. Pumpkins everywhere.
We need to start planning for trick or treat.
Yeah, we don't have a theme. Do we?
I remember Connor and I like briefly mentioned maybe doing like a Final Girls theme.
Okay, I would have to like research that because I don't really.
Same. I think that's the last thing we talked about. We're like, yeah, let's look into it, and then never did.
We had some stuff.
Did we read anything scary? No. I feel like you have like something. I feel like you read something that gave you a little bit of spooks.
No, did Lisa read Mexican Gothic?
Yeah, you read Mexican Gothic, Lisa.
I feel like that's it. I feel like that's the scariest. But I don't read scary books either, so I can't say anything. But yeah, I'm excited for the fall. Is Mexican Gothic? I thought it was a horror novel. Is it not?
It's very Gothic in terms of how it's written horror wise.
Okay.
Like it's very vibey. So I feel like if you didn't like get into the vibes of it very much, it wasn't very scary. But I thought it was it was creepy.
Creepy. I don't think I've read any books. Like I read like a middle grade scary book, but it was middle grade, so it wasn't too bad. It was just like a demon possessed a little boy, but like he wasn't like that mean. Like he wasn't a bad demon. So it was middle grade. He was like actually nice and funny. But
Yeah, my roommate's the one who reads more horror books than I do.
oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Let's see. Okay. We've been on for like an hour and a half. Do you want to sprint? Do you gotta go? What's up?
I could probably do one more sprint and then I have to jet because it's getting late and
Yeah.
construction's at my place, so I don't have parking. But
Okay. We'll do one more 10-minute then.
okay.
Yay. I think we're doing one more than we did last time. Love that for us.
Well, to be fair, last time you cut out, then I cut out.
This has been pretty
So-
smooth.
Exactly. We haven't had nothing's broken, no one's lost power, no one's
Things are going great. Okay. One more sprint. What page did you get to?
184.
Nice. I went from like 40 to 70, so I feel like that was pretty productive.
That book also goes by super fast too. So.
Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna like read until I fall asleep tonight. So, which I haven't done in a while. I'm so happy it's Friday.
So you'll finish it, is what you're telling me.
I don't know if I'll finish it. Maybe.
You'll finish it. You'll text me at like 1 in the morning my time, 3 in the morning your time. Like I finished it.
You see my Goodreads. Andrew rated after 5 stars.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
No, okay. Well, thank you for doing sprints with me again.
Yeah.
Let's do this again one day.
Agreed. Hopefully Lisa can join us in the stream and not just in the chat.
Finally, a Messy Musketeers live. But okay. Thanks everybody who came and who watches this in the future. And bye.
Bye.